Good morning. Welcome to this 5-minute flow where we're going to do a quick yoga flow to start your day. And this is a thing I'll start to incorporate some flows that you can follow along to, and just deepening into, if you want to understand yoga in a deeper way, I'll go into explaining more about yoga, more than just the movement, but the connection to ourselves in a greater way and what this awakens within us so we can feel in a greater way. So thank you so much for joining. We'll start in, I'll go through some of the names in Sanskrit. So mountain pose will be called Tadasana. Feeling the feet together, thighs together, grounded into the mat. So even here, we start to connect to feeling the connection down into the mat. And yoga is such a connection practice. So we talk about connection, heart, soul, mind, body. When we talk about yoga, meaning unity and oneness with ourselves, understanding ourselves in a deeper way, connecting to ourselves in a greater way, feeling more expansive through our movement and of ourselves on a soul level, and then also feeling more connected around us. So we ground down into the mat, we feel that energy grounding down. We feel the thighs together, we feel the connection. So we call Uddiyana Bandha, belly into spine. We draw the belly button in. We feel the pelvic floor rising even here. So where the root sits, where the base of the perineum, where the perineum is, where we draw the pelvic floor up, belly into spine, our heart is open, we're feeling lifted through the crown. So already in this posture, we start to feel more open, we start to feel more expansive, more lifted. It's a greater posture. We're going to inhale to rise, arms overhead. Exhale, arms down and back, and really focusing on keeping those arms nice and tight to the body. Inhale to rise, drawing the energy up. And we're really thinking about drawing up through the whole body, front body, back body, lifting, lubricating up. And then exhale, opening through those shoulders and lats as we deepen. Inhale to rise. Lifted. And we'll start to notice through these practices more opening through the whole body. So greater mobility, flexibility, fluidity. How we work with the energy in our bodies to feel greater openness. Maybe you're releasing any tension or tightness you're feeling, just to feel more fluid and open in our movement, ease of movement. Drawing up through the fingers, and then exhale. Let's come over to the left side. Opening through the right side body. You're still feeling that connection between the feet and the thighs. Feeling more open through that right side as we lengthen through the arms. And so yoga really works with inhale to rise, lines of energy. So we're lengthening up. Exhale, right side, open to that left side body. Inhale to rise. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart, what we call Anjali Mudra, which is that connection to ourselves with love, how we honor ourselves through this practice. And we're going to fold forward, coming into Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through the crown. So feeling that nice line of energy through the torso. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees slightly. Feel the compression between the torso and the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and deepen. Really thinking about lengthening up through the back of those hamstrings. You can even pedal here, bending one knee then the other. And then exhale, fold and deepen. Even if you're not at the floor, you can come to the shins. Same thing, inhale, halfway rise, exhale, fold. And even in these postures, we're focusing on flowing and feeling the fluidity through that practice. Deepening, opening, expanding. Inhale, let's bring the hands to the mat. Hop, step, or jump back into your plank pose, Balasana. Good. We're going to option to come to those knees. Rotate shoulders down and back. Elbows in nice and tight as you bring the chest to the floor. Good. Chin, chest to the floor. Inhale, we're going to round. So start to tuck the low back up as you come into Cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Pressing those feet closer together inside hip width distance. Feet pressing in, thighs pressing down, hips down. Shoulders down and back, open the heart and chest, lift up to the crown. So feel that nice lengthening up, pressing up out of the floor. Inhale, exhale, deepen. Really opening through the back body as well. As we exhale, we're going to sit those hips back, knees wide, coming into our extended child's pose. Utthita Balasana, extended child's pose. Coming onto the fingertips, rotate shoulders down and back. And begin to lengthen through more. as we melt the heart deeper towards the floor. So we're going to come again up into those fingertips, feeling that opening through the shoulders, through those lats. Inhale to slowly round forward, vertebrae by vertebrae, through the back. Exhale, sit those hips back. And we're going to start to play with, again, greater fluidity of that movement. So we talk about connecting to the breath, which is one form of energy that we start to work with the body, how we can feel in our body, that vibrance and vitality, that youthfulness. Through that greater ease and openness through our body, feeling that beautiful flow of energy moving through us, that energy on a soul level, that's the vibrance that is within us. So we talk about feeling youthful in our body, is our ability to move with ease is one way we feel that. And so how we flow and feel the energy move through us with greater fluidity, right? Rather than being tense or tight or stiff, feel greater openness and fluidity. And that energy lubricates through our body. So we're going to start to just play with feeling more of that in our body. So we can start to play with sitting those hips back. Inhale, rounding forward. Exhale, sit those hips back. Inhale, round forward. And feeling greater flow through that movement. And this is why this practice is a flow practice, because we feel that through the practice. Especially in that vinyasa style, we play with more of that spinal waves and fluidity. Now let's exhale to sit those hips back. We'll sit here for one more breath, inhaling, rotating shoulders down the back, exhaling, melting chest deeper towards the mat. Good, let's inhale, come to tabletop. From here, we're going to press the palms down, lift those hips as we draw those heels down into the mat. Grounding down, so palms into the mat. Feel the connection down into the mat. We call Hasta Bandha, drawing the energy down. Draw the energy up the arms as we melt the chest deeper towards those thighs. So we're inhale, lengthening up, grounded into the mat, lengthening up to those arms, opening to those lats, lifting the tailbone, belly into spine. Exhale, drawing the energy down through the back of those legs as we draw the heels into the mat. So we have two lines of energy here, lengthening up, lifting that tailbone nice and high, melting the chest as we exhale, deepening into the breath, drawing the energy down through the back of those legs. And then from here, we'll start to work with other fluid movements, but right now you just want to feel that connection and feel that opening here. And even in this posture, we can feel deepening, opening, lifting, right? And then what happens is we start to feel the shortening here. So sometimes people are a little bit wider. You start to feel like you can come forward more. You're feeling more connected from the torso to that lower body as well. Good, we're going to inhale, round forward into plank. Slowly vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, down dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhale, round. Exhale, arch up. Down dog. We're going to inhale, start to bend those knees. We're going to hop, step, or jump to the front of the mat. So step one leg out, then the other, coming into Malasana, or you can hop, float. And that's the one nice thing about yoga is you start to feel this lightness in the posture where you start to float, right? So things don't feel forced. You feel the flow and ease through the movement, which is really beautiful. One of those things like you want to feel the ability to sit deep into a squat comfortably without tension, right? So feeling your hips are open, feeling nice and tall through here, feeling stable in your movement. So just being able to feel the stability through this posture. So we're bringing our hands to heart, elbows into those knees, really rotating those hips open, lifting up to the crown. So feel that nice line all the way up through the torso, up through the crown. Good, nice and tall here. And that stability. And again, if you're a little bit higher, you can start to work with lengthening those knees and then lowering down, lifting and lowering, and just deepening into that Malasana Yogi squat. Nice and tall. From here, let's exhale, sit those hips back. We're going to come to seated posture. Even if that's not as graceful, this is, again, one of those things that you start to notice greater ease and ability through your movement. So the deeper you are, obviously, the less space to the floor. So you'll notice that you can just sit. Even if you're a little bit higher, you can bring your hand and sit back that way as well. And then from here, we're gonna extend those legs. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We're gonna fold forward. Feel that lengthening through the torso as we fold. That nice opening here through the hamstrings, but we're also feeling that lengthening through the torso. So 2 lines again, deepening here. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthening, exhale, deepening, folding, belly into spine, but continuing to feel that length as you fold and deepen. So let's bring those heels to touch, knees wide as we again lift and lengthen up through the crown. Heart is open. So again, I emphasize this because this really opens up our posture. It allows us to feel more open, more connected. And so there's such beauty in this. We connect to that breath, how we work with the energy moving through us. And inhale, lengthening up. Exhale, deepening, drawing those knees down, really opening up those hips. So again, a really great hip opener. We can pedal the knees or just focus on pressing and opening, deepening that way. And as you start to work with the energy, you start to notice, again, how your body responds to opening and softening and deepening into these postures. So you feel more fluid, more open, more ease through that movement. And the beauty of that. Amazing, guys. So we're going to end this flow in Sukhasana easy pose. This is one pose that I usually start with, but it's an amazing way just to start to connect to inhaling, rising. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's do one more fold here. And so here we're thinking about melting again, that chest towards the floor, lengthening through the torso. You might feel this really good opener in the glutes. Working with the breath, again, is one way that we start to work with the energy in our body and how we feel in our body. So feeling the fullness of breath, how we start to feel more clarity through our airways, because we really start to connect to feel this, and then feeling more expansive through us. So again, drawing the energy down into the mat, feeling the connection there. Mula Bandha is the root chakra, so drawing the pelvic floor up, belly into spine, heart is open, lifted through the crown. And then we're going to start to inhale, rising the energy up. That nice line of energy as we breathe all the way up, lengthening up through the crown. Pulling at the top. Exhale, slowly release, drawing energy back down. Inhale to rise. Lifted. And with this nice fluid breath, feeling lifted in the energy, feeling the purity of the energy that moves through us, feeling the clarity through our airways. Drawing up. It's opening up. So we're really feeling the vibrance of this energy move through us, lubricate through us. Holding at the top. Exhale, release, back down. Drawing the energy back down the center of the body, down this channel where the spine flows. Right back down into the mat. And I can empty it through the core. Amazing, guys. So even just there, you start to feel your body relax into the breath, right? And so you can start to feel how we're connected to that energy, how it can feel in our bodies, how it can allow us to feel more expansive, more open, more connected, greater vibrance, vitality, connecting to that energy that is within us, connecting to our breath and deepening into that connection. So there's so much that we connect to in practice and that awakens within us through this practice, which is so beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in future flows and for joining along, but even just 5 minutes to connect and move and flow and feeling the beauty of this and to feel and see as your body opens and deepens into the practice and expands even more so you feel more open. And just overall greater feeling and connection to yourselves and the beauty of that. So thank you so much for joining. If you would love to deepen even more, expand even more, you can join the 4-week program where we're deepening into deeper back bends and splits and deeper connection to ourselves. I deepen into yoga understanding as well. And also the course deepens into this deeper understanding of self and what is awakened through this understanding of our connection to ourselves in this way and the beauty of this. So awakening to deeper connection and feeling through